Okay, this is for Wednesday, October 3rd, Algebra 2. We were writing linear equations, day 1. If you are given the slope and the y-intercept, you're going to put those numbers into your slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. You will put the slope in for m. You will put the y-intercept in for b. Once you have those in, you're done. That's all there is to it. We need to remember that parallel lines have the same slope. This is what makes them never touch. Perpendicular lines do cross. They form a 90-degree angle. The slope is the negative reciprocal. What you do to get the negative reciprocal is you will change the sign and you will flip the fraction. So if you had 2/3 and you wanted to be perpendicular, the new slope would be negative 3/2. We do have some special lines. Horizontal lines go across. They're going to cross the y-axis. So horizontal lines will always be y is equal to a number. They have a slope of 0. Vertical lines go up and down. They cross the x-axis, so it's always going to be x equal a number. And they have an undefined slope because a vertical line is not a function. It does not pass the vertical line test. So if they want you to write an equation for a line that has a slope of -2 and a y-intercept of 5, you just put that into your y equal mx plus b. Y is equal to m is your slope, so it's -2. X plus b is your y-intercept, so that's 5. Y equal -2x plus 5 is your equation. If they give you m equal 3 and b equal 8, same thing, you put them into y equal mx plus b. Y is equal to 3x plus 8. Horizontal line, we said, is always going to be y equal a number. So you go to your point and you see what your y value was. So it would be y equal 2. Vertical line, we said, would always be x equal a number. You go to your point, find your x value, and so x is equal to -4. If we're going to be parallel to y equal to x plus 5 and have a y-intercept of 8, we need to figure out the slope of this equation they gave us. It's the number in front of x. It's 2. If I'm parallel, it's going to be the same, so my slope is 2. I now have slope and y-intercept, so y is equal to 2x plus 8. I put the slope in front of x. I put the y-intercept at the end. If I'm going to be perpendicular to y equal 2/3 x plus 1, I'm going to take the slope there and I'm going to change the sign so it's negative, and I'm going to flip the fraction so it becomes 3/2. That is my new slope. So I take my new slope, the y-intercept they gave me, and write an equation. Y is equal to -3/2x plus 4. Number 7, I'm parallel to 3x plus 2y equals 6 and have a y-intercept of 0. It's very tempting to just say that 3 is your slope, but before you can look at an equation to get the slope, you've got to get y by itself. So that 3x has to go to the other side and subtract. So 2y is equal to 6 minus 3x. Divide everything by 2, and you get y is equal to 3 minus 3/2x. This slope is the number in front of x, so it's -3/2. If I'm parallel, I'll have the same slope, so y is equal to -3/2x, and then the y-intercept was 0. You could put a plus 0, but it's not necessary. This is your answer. So looking at a tree map, talking about how to solve. If you have slope and y-intercept given to you, you will use y equal mx plus b. You will put the slope in for m. You will put the y-intercept in for b. And you're finished. There's your equation. Looking ahead to Thursday's assignment, we're going to talk about when you're given 2 points and point and slope. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the information for your tree map. If you're given 2 points, you're going to go to stat on your calculator. You're going to take stat edit, enter your points. Then you go to stat calc 4 for linear regression. You put the value you get for A into your y equal mx plus b where the m is. You put the b value in for b, and you're finished. There's your equation. If they give you point and slope, you have to work a little bit more. You start with y equal mx plus b. You put the point in for x and y. Remember that when you have a point like this, the first number would be x, and the second number would be y. So you would put that in for your x and your y in the equation. You would put the slope in for m. You would take that equation and solve for b. You would then go back and put the slope they gave you in for m, put the b that you found in for b, and you're finished. You have your equation. We'll work with the 2 points and the point and slope on Thursday's assignment, but this way you have your tree map filled out. That took us to the assignment, so that was all there was for that day.